Like, what better year to launch a business than this year right here? However, I know that some of you guys are lost when it comes to the steps it takes to actually launch your business. So here I am coming through to help y'all out. Hey Hustle Babes, I'm Chanel the Brand Hustler, and this is a channel for all of my Hustle Babes who are interested in gaining insight on the entrepreneur journey while learning essential marketing and business tips for their brand. If that sounds like you, go ahead and hit subscribe button and join the Hustle Babe community. Today's video is one that I feel like I had to do. I had to go back to the basics because I know a lot of you guys are trying to launch your business in 2022, right? Like, what better year to launch a business than this year right here? However, I know that some of you guys are lost when it comes to the steps it takes to actually launch your business. So here I am coming through to help y'all out. So in today's video, I am going to be giving you steps that you need to take in a very specific order in order to successfully launch your product-based business. So if you intend on launching a boutique, a hair store, a shoe boutique, a skincare line, hair care line, anything like that, then you definitely want to make sure that you watch this entire video. Grab your notebook and your pen because you don't want to miss any of these steps. Before I get into the video, I want to know who is watching this video that is actually in the process of launching or thinking about launching, right? Tell me what type of business you are launching or thinking about launching down below in the comment section, as well as the date or at least the general month you are thinking about launching your business. Let's chat it up in the comments. I want to see how I can support you. Now, let's get into the video. Step number one in order to launch your business is you want to perform what I like to call a problem and solution analysis. Now, performing a problem and solution analysis means that you are defining pretty much the who, what, and why of your brand. You are defining who your brand is catering to, what problem they have, and why it's important for them to even solve that problem in the first place. Doing this sets the tone for everything else that you will do in your business. That is creating content, running ads, hiring influencers, writing emails, even figuring out what to launch next. They all derive from you performing what's called a problem and solution analysis, which is pretty much you defining what problem you solve, how you uniquely solve that problem, and why you solve that problem in the first place. Step number two is one that people try to do before they even do a problem and solution analysis, and this is decide on a business name as well as decide on the unique angle that your brand is actually going to take. So when you're deciding on your business name, it's important that you do this after step one, which is the problem and solution analysis, because you want to create a name that will appeal to the audience you plan on attracting. You don't want to just create a name out of thin air that doesn't really make sense or doesn't connect to your brand. So you definitely want to make sure you do a PS analysis before you create your name. Now, the second part of step two is to decide what the unique angle of your brand will be. Now, the reason I say this is because there are thousands of clothing brands. There are thousands of skincare brands. There are thousands of hair care brands. But what sets them apart is the unique angle that their brand takes. That is what allows them to attract their specific audience. And that's what allows, certain brands to actually be successful. A great example of this is these two feminine care brands that I actually shop with all the time. One of them is called Honey Pot. The other one is called Sweet Cookie Wash. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, go ahead and drop it down below, girl, because both of them are bomb, okay? Now, both of them are very different when it comes to the angle that they are taking. Although they solve very similar, if not the same problem, they approach it completely different. So Honey Pot is more of the women empowerment, Black women empowerment type of agenda, whereas Cookie Wash is more of the sexual liberation type of agenda, which both are amazing and they're both great angles to take. But as you see, those are like the opposite sides of the spectrum, even though they literally have pretty much the same products, right? I love them both, but the reason you may shop with one over the other is because whatever that brand is doing resonates with you more than the other one, right? And that is the purpose of having a unique angle to your brand. Moving on to step number 3. Step number 3 is you want to get your legal documents in order for your business, okay? And so when I'm talking about legal documents, I am talking about 3 in particular. One is your business license, or like people always like to say, your LLC. Now, tidbit, there are other types of license out there that aren't LLCs. However, I do recommend getting an LLC for reasons I can't get into on this video because your girl is not a lawyer and I'm not trying to get roped up. So look it up, consult with a lawyer, go on avo.com or hit up my lawyer, okay? Her Instagram is Your Brand's Lawyer. Hit her up, ask her some questions, book a consultation, do whatever you need to do, but your girl is not a lawyer, so I'm not gonna dive deep into that. But you want to get your business license. Then you also want to get what's called your EIN. Your EIN is pretty much like the social security number for your business. This is the number that is going to allow you to open up your bank account, apply for loans, and do things like that. The third type of legal document that I'm referring to is your reseller's permit, or other people call it your tax ID. This gives you the ability to buy in bulk from vendors without paying tax, and it also gives you the legal right to charge your customers tax as well. So you want to make sure you have a reseller's permit, because if you don't and you out here charging people tax, girl, you going to jail, okay? I'm just kidding, but no, for real, get a reseller's permit, okay? So you want to make sure that you have at least those 3 things in order. Things like your trademark and things like that can come later down the line, but if you do have it in your budget and you're pretty serious about your business, you can add trademark to those list of legal documents as well. I'm only on step 3 and I'm already dropping so many gems. So step number 4 is you want to begin your vendor search. So once you have your legal documents in order, you got everything you need to pretty much start searching for vendors. So if you are an apparel business, so you're selling clothes or you're selling shoes or you're selling accessories, you definitely want to check out things like, the fashion district, or you can shop online at like fashiongo.net and things like that, right? And there are other different wholesale districts in different states and different cities, but the top one that a lot of people like to visit is the LA Fashion District. You're able to go there, shop, and leave with items like same day, so bring a suitcase. So you definitely want to make sure that you go ahead and hunt for vendors that you can build a long-term relationship with. One of the biggest mistakes that new business owners make in the clothing sector is they bounce around from vendor to vendor, and that can sabotage the quality of your clothing. So I say do all the testing and all of that stuff at the front end and decide on the set of vendors that you're always going to shop with, so that way you know and expect a certain quality from them, and your customers know and expect a certain quality from you. Now, if you're not in the apparel business, if you don't sell shoes, accessories, clothing, or anything like that, and you're in the hair care or skin care area, right, you definitely want to look for vendors as well, more so private label vendors that have certain formulas and things already created that you can literally slap your label on, or you can actually pay to get some of those formulas tweaked so that it could be your special formula for your skin oil or your hair care moisturizer or whatever, right? Not only that, but you can also create some of these things yourself. So if you do want to have kind of like a homemade type of brand, you can definitely get the ingredients, source the ingredients from your vendors, source the containers from your vendors, and take the classes or whatever it is you need to take to make sure that you can actually make the product that you want to sell. Now, after you've done all of that, right, so we've already went through step number 1, which is your problem solution analysis, step number 2, which is deciding on your business name and your unique angle for your brand, step number 3, which is getting your legal documentation in order, and then step number 4, which is beginning your vendor search. You then want to do something that is super important as step number 5, and this is something that a lot of aspiring business owners, or I should say aspiring entrepreneurs, a lot of them look over this step, but this is probably the most important. And step number 5 is that you want to confirm your business's logistics. So by logistics, I mean you need to confirm what your packaging is going to look like, where you're getting it from. You need to test all that stuff out. You need to decide on your website provider, and you also need to decide on your shipping provider. One of my favorite, if not the top dog, okay, is a company called ShipStation. ShipStation is a platform that allows you to ship your orders in bulk, okay? So you can connect ShipStation to multiple of your channels. So maybe you sell on Shopify, you sell on Amazon, you sell on other platforms. You can sync all of those things to ShipStation to make your shipping process a breeze. Not only that, but with ShipStation, it allows you to save time because you can literally click a button and do a mass action across the board. In addition to that, they actually have discounted shipping rates, which means you get to save your coin and your time so that you can focus on other areas of your business and let the ShipStation platform do the heavy lifting. Not only that, but ShipStation includes other cool things such as order management and automations, and you can even brand your portal, okay? My favorite feature that ShipStation offers is the automation because I am all about scaling your business, okay? And so with scaling, it means that you need to take the manual labor out of things so that you can be on vacation, you can be asleep, you can be eating dinner with your kids, whatever, and your business can still run for you. So with ShipStation, you can set up automations such as, let's say if a person orders a product that's over a certain weight, you want to give them a UPS shipping label versus a FedEx shipping label. You can set up that automation and ShipStation will just run that automation for you without you needing to hit a button at all. ShipStation is so amazing, and the best part is that you have a portal for your customers, right? And like I mentioned, your portal is a branded portal. So your customers won't know at all that you're using ShipStation. They will think that your business put together this bomb.com platform just for them because you're able to customize it with your colors, your logos, and things like that. So when you're thinking about logistics, you definitely want to make sure that you utilize ShipStation for all of your shipping needs. And to help you out, because I know when you're starting a business, it's a lot of money here and there. So to help you out, I am giving you a free 30-day trial with ShipStation. I'm leaving the link in my description box. So go ahead and open it up and sign up for ShipStation. I promise you will not regret it, okay? They're the bomb.com. Thank you so much to ShipStation for sponsoring that portion of today's video because I absolutely love them. ShipStation is a company that I had been talking about before they even reached out to me for a sponsorship. So I literally stand behind them, y'all. This is a partnership that I feel like was well deserved, but it's well fitting because I absolutely love ShipStation. Now let's get into the remaining steps. Step number 6 is you want to source and test your inventory. So earlier I mentioned finding the vendors, right? Once you find the set of vendors, in order for you to know what their quality is like, you need to actually test them out. So before you go and you just buy a bunch of stuff in bulk, get yourself a sample, please. Test out the quality, test out the durability, test out whatever it is that you need to test out depending on what the product is. So if you are ordering hair, for example, wet the hair, wash the hair, dye the hair, flat iron the hair, do all the things so that you can test the quality of that product. Step number 7 is to set business goals and strategize. Do not, and I repeat, do not launch a business with absolutely no goals. Now, I like to set goals using what's called the SMART formula, which means you are setting specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound goals. Not only that, but I did a video the other day where I broke down how I turn my goals into strategies using the GST breakdown. I'm gonna link that video right here on the screen so that you can watch it after this video, okay? So get to step number 10, then you can watch that video afterwards. But you don't want to stop at just setting goals. You want to make sure that you have the strategy that will help you reach that goal, okay? So it's one thing to have a dream, it's another thing to turn that dream into a goal, and it's another thing to create an action plan behind that goal, which is a strategy plan so that you can actually achieve that goal. So you definitely want to check out that video. Step number 8 is you want to create a brand blueprint and a visual branding plan. And you want to start designing these visuals as well. The reason why I put this all the way at the bottom is because you need to do all of the things I just said, like all the steps I just shared, before you think about how cute you want your website to be or how sparkly you want, I don't know, a certain logo to be. You need to do all those things first, because your visuals operate based off of those things. Like your visuals will make all of the things make sense, right? So you want to do the visuals as step number 8. Now, what you want to consider when you're thinking about your brand's visuals is you want to go back to that problem and solution analysis. Remember who you're attracting, remember the problem you're solving, remember why you exist in the first place, and make sure that your visual brand makes sense. If you didn't know, I do own a graphic design agency, and we help people design everything from their logo all the way through their website. And some of y'all be trying it. You will come with photos that are low quality, or you will steal these vendor photos, which takes me to step number 9. Step number 9, before you launch your business, please have a professional photo shoot. Now, when I say professional, yes, you can hire a photographer, or you can rent a camera, y'all. You can rent a camera from websites online. One of my favorites to rent from is called, I think it's AppTorrent or something like that. You can rent a camera from there. It's pretty affordable. It'll be like $35 for 3 days. It's crazy cheap. Rent a camera, get somebody to take your pictures. Make sure you learn the camera, of course, so that you know certain lighting and features, and literally take your pictures if you can't afford a photographer. Or if you have like the iPhone 25, once again, get the right lighting, the right setting, get some models together, take the pictures. You want to take your own pictures because, one, when you use vendor photos, they're super low quality, but these are photos that are probably of influencers that you don't have the authority to use their photos of, which means if they catch you, they can literally come after you. But not only that, it's just tacky, honestly, to have all these paper mache paste together pictures on your site when you can have some consistent pictures on your site of models that look like, you know, like your brand, or a background that's consistent in every single picture and things like that. And then, y'all, after you do that, you want to do step number 10, which is the biggest step of them all. You want to create what's called a launch marketing plan. So knowing the steps to actually like launch a business, or should I say start a business, is one thing, right? So knowing that you have to get your license, knowing that you have to pick a business name, you need to find vendors, you need to do all the things, that's one thing. But knowing how to now take the business that you spent so long working on and present it to your audience, present it to the public as the new kid on the block, that's a different ball game. Because when it comes to the launch marketing world, if you don't do it right out the gate, it can set your business up for failure, okay? So when it comes to a launch marketing plan, you want to make sure that your plan is checking certain boxes, okay? You want to make sure that your launch marketing plan allows you to create anticipation for your launch, so that way when you open up the doors to your business, people are literally rushing through those doors, you know, virtual doors, rushing through those doors to actually buy your products, right? Not only that, but you want to use your launch marketing strategy to actually generate sales during your first few weeks of your launch, and then you want to use the data that you gain from that launch to actually better your marketing plan so that you can carry your business on and throughout. In addition to that, you need to make sure that your content is on point, because content is king when it comes to a launch marketing strategy. That is the way that you're able to reach your audience. And when I say content, I'm not strictly talking about Instagram. I'm talking about content in general. Email content, video content, TikTok content, all of the content in addition to Instagram, okay? And so this is something that you definitely want to make sure you take the time to perfect, and you take the time to hash out that actual strategy plan, because that can make a big difference for you. So for example, when I launched my shoe boutique, I used a launch marketing strategy plan, and I was able to make $1,000 within my launch week. It's a launch marketing plan not only for your initial launch, but something that you're gonna use for every collection that you drop, for every new special product that you drop, right? And so for example, with the Brand Hustler, which is my current business, I'm launching things often. So for the beginning of 2021, 2022, I actually launched a workshop per se, a target audience workshop, and I made 11K in 11 days. I followed a launch marketing strategy plan to be able to make $11,000 in 11 days. Utilizing everything that I know from launching my shoe boutique, from launching this business, from launching my agency, and from launching all of the product-based businesses that I've helped launch. I have worked with over 1,000 entrepreneurs since starting this business. Using all that information, I have put it together into the best curriculum ever that I've ever seen, because there's no other course on the market that teaches you how to market your launch. They leave you high and dry when it's time to actually market your launch, right? So they give you all the steps to start the business, but when it's time to sell the business, it's kind of like, okay, what do I do? This is where my course, the Ultimate Launch Course, comes into play, because the Ultimate Launch Course is going to teach you everything you need to know pre-launch all the way to post-launch, so that you can have a successful launch that earns you sales within your first day, within your first week, and that honestly just sets your business up for success. I'm gonna leave that link in the description box below. The course does close this weekend, so don't hesitate. It closes on Friday at midnight, because the course kicks off on Monday. One of the benefits to paying in full is that you get access to our Q&A sessions and our audit sessions. So you definitely want to make sure that if you're interested in that, if you're interested in having my eyes look over your strategy, your content, anything like that, and if you want to ask me questions, you want to make sure that you pay in full so that you get access to that. If paying in full is not in your budget right now, then you definitely don't want to miss out. Grab the payment plan option. It's only $235 for the month, and it's only for 3 months. So that is a deal, because honestly, this course is worth over $2,000, but I'm making it a special price just for y'all, okay? So make sure that you grab it before Friday at midnight. Whew. Y'all, that was a lot, okay? So I hope that you took notes on all of the steps that I shared with you today. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscription button down below. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure that you follow me at The Brand Hustler. You can also check out my personal page, which is at I Am Chanel Q. Follow your girl on TikTok at The Brand Hustler as well. And y'all, share this video with someone that you know it can help. Make sure that you check out ShipStation and the Ultimate Launch Course, because, you know, if you sign up for the launch course, I'm gonna be talking more about ShipStation anyway. So it's the best of both worlds, to be honest. So grab the free trial to ShipStation and grab the Ultimate Launch Course before it's too late. And I'm gonna see you in the next video, Hustle Babes. Bye.